Hi, everyone. Welcome to On the Spot with the 422 Business Alliance. We're a group of like-minded local business people who are working to grow our businesses, ourselves, and our connections to each other and our clients and communities. In this series, we'd like to introduce you to our members. I'm Donna Botti of Delos Incorporated in Collegeville, and with me today is Steve Gouveia of Envoy Mortgage. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do and who it is you serve?
I would love to. So we are Envoy Mortgage. We are here to really help people improve their lives through purchasing a home or refinancing their mortgage to improve their finances.
Awesome. And how did you come to do what it is that you do?
So about 20 years ago, a little more than 20 years ago, I was running a company that did IT training, and the owner of the company decided to retire and close the business. My neighbor actually suggested I talk to a mortgage professional. I did that. He explained kind of what the industry did and started my interview process, wound up landing a job in 2002, originating mortgages primarily on the refinance side. That's how I got started.
So what was it that drew you to mortgage versus IT? That seems like a shift.
Yeah, well, we did training. So we taught people how to be able to work on computers and do that to help them improve their finances, because now they were maybe working a job that was, a dead end position and got them into a career. I feel like I do the same thing today, except I use money to do it. So we give people money to help improve their finances and really show them how to truly build wealth. And generational wealth is what I like to talk about with the mortgage side. So it's a kind of a step up, if you will.
It's great. You got to always find those connections in there.
Yeah.
So what about the mortgage industry today? What is something that people don't know or maybe should know, or something important that's happening today?
Sure. So a couple things. One of the biggest things I find is people don't realize you don't need 20% down to buy a house. So most people feel like if I don't have my 20% to put down, I can't buy. There's programs where you don't need any money to put down. And you don't have to be a first-time home buyer for those programs. So we're really educators to help people get past what they don't understand, because it's their largest investment. So we want to make sure they understand what they're doing, they're comfortable, and they make wise decisions and have somebody there to help them hold their hand through the process. The other thing that's unique is most people don't realize how little of an impact rate has on their mortgage. So while I tell a lot of people rate doesn't really matter, and now that we're moving into a rising rate environment, that's really on the lower end of what's going to affect your monthly payment. Taxes really have the biggest impact there. So that's part of the education process, is showing people the differences.
It's true that we don't buy a house every week or refinance every month. So by the time you make that decision, even if you've done it before, having somebody who can really tell you the lay of the land and what's important now. What about credit scores? Is that something that's really important to people?
That's a great question. Credit is important. We work with a lot of our clients to help improve their credit. Even if their credit's excellent, if I can get them a few more points, sometimes it has a major impact on the programs that they qualify for. And so while having good credit is important, we look at people with 500 credit scores and we help them to be able to purchase, because that's really a way to help improve people's lives. Buying a house, putting down roots, establishing, wealth, because your property value continues to grow. So credit's important, but not the key.
Well, Steve, it wouldn't be a Zoom call without a barking dog.
That's perfect.
She's my HR manager. But to get back to our interview here,
Love it.
Why don't you tell me something really fun about your business?
So there's two really fun parts to me. The first is when I meet a client and I go through helping them get approved for a
Right.
loan, especially a new buyer. It's just so exciting to watch their face light up when they say, "Oh, I'm approved. I didn't think I'd get approved." And just the other part that's really exciting to me is when I kind of see the light bulb go off. Some point through the process, everybody kind of has like they get it all of a sudden, and you can see it and you can hear it when they're asking questions. The level of questions just change. They've just kind of figured out this is going to work. I'm going to be okay. That's just, you can kind of feel it inside of you. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just
That's
a great,
really, yeah, it's really neat because that discomfort level of like, this is a major purchase, and to
yeah,
see people all of a sudden kind of be like, oh, okay, I got this, must be really.
yeah, that's awesome. It's just so, it makes you not think of this as work. We put a lot of time in with our clients. We work pretty much every day because you never know when they're going to find a house, but it's not really work to us. It's really, truly not. That's not how we look at it. So we get those moments all the time, which keeps us focused and going. So yeah,
That's cool. I heard you do something special for some of your clients sometimes too. You
maybe.
want to talk about that?
I don't know what you're meaning. No, seriously, I don't know what you mean.
I thought you told me you had that you guys kind of surprised a couple of people last
Oh,
year.
yes.
Payments.
Yes. We do that. Last year was the first year we ever did this. We helped our clients with randomly. We pick a person and we paid their mortgage payment for a month. And then of the 12 people that we picked, one of those got the year of their mortgages paid for.
How could you forget about that? That's awesome.
I know. How do you forget something like that? There's just, our company is amazing and they do so many great things for not only their employees, but the people that we work with. And we look at them as not a transactional type of a business, which most lenders look at this business as, we're going to do your mortgage and never see you again because 30 years from now, you'll need us. Well, that's not how we look at it. We look at it as people are going to have questions along the way. They're going to want to refinance or they're going to have financial questions. We want to be able to be with them long-term. Our CEO's favorite word is perpetuity. So forever, we're there. And even if you're not paying Envoy your mortgage payment, because sometimes that happens, they call me. My clients, I talked to 3 people yesterday that I did loans for a few years ago because they got a tax bill and they weren't sure.
Right.
So, we want to build relationships, not just do a loan for somebody.
That's great. Get someone in their house, and that's
Yeah.
really wonderful. So how can people get a hold of you?
So great question. Probably the easiest way is through email. My email address is Gouveia, spelled Gouveia @envoymortgage.com. And that's ENVOY is Envoy. You see it behind me on my screen.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us about the wonderful work that you're doing.
I appreciate you having me. Thanks, Donna.
All right. Bye.